Chuggalos, welcome back to day 17 of the 2025 Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar in conjunction with our homies from the Barrel House. And today I want to get right into the beer because it's a barrel-aged stout and I want it to warm up to get out some of the flavors. So we'll go, it's a Streetside barrel-aged Robe. Coming in on the bottle it says 13.3, but we'll go into a little bit more of that later. It's a Velvet Donut Stout. So that's eliciting both texture and taste or expectations. So let's go with the crack. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, and I'm going to go just with a little bit of a pour. Just, again, to warm it up. Hopefully, buy some time. Let the temperature rise in that to get all of the adjuncts and intended brewmaster flavors in it. And while we do that, I won't drink it while I'm not on camera. I've learned my lesson there. But I will do is we will go check out some scores from the last couple of days. So JT and Stev did a dynamite episode on that WeldWorks Dolphin Drift and a litany of conversation topics. Please go check that one out. It's a West Coast IPA that we had yesterday at 6.8. JT came in at a 3.75. I came in at a 4, a little bit below what the guys guessed that I would be at. Chuggalo Mikey with a 3. Chuggalo Kate with a 4.25. Seth yet scored. He's a day behind. And Gimmick Gus with a 4.5. Better Matt, I don't have his video yet, but he did get me his video with him and Best Maya from a couple days ago. Steb with a 3.5. Don and Aaron with a 2.75 and 3.5 respectfully. And Bobby with a 2.5. Pete with a 2.25. Not an IPA guy. So, okay, we're buying time. We're hopefully warming it up a little bit. On the nose, I get, obviously it's a stout. I get almost like it doesn't hide the booze, like an astringent almost, like a very strong alcohol. I don't know if I get like that pastry. It's technically a barrel aged, not a pastry stout. So with it being donut, maybe there would be a little bit of that name there. Maybe a little bit of chocolate, which is to be expected in the barrel age aspect of it. I guess on Untapped it's listed as a double pastry, so that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a nip just to see. That is good. As a spoiler alert, I wish I could share the screenshot of when Chuggalo Kate sent me her video. We will see it in her video, but the caption was just UGH, ugh. And I thought, I made the joke that I thought it was, ugh, I want some more of this. But I'm guessing not, because she's not a fan of these bigger beers. I like it. It elicits very chocolate. So I know velvet's a type of donut, but velvet to me is a texture thing too. So when you say like red velvet cake, I understand it's a type of cake, not the texture of the cake, but I want that temperature just to rise a little bit more. Let's go with Kate's, while we're buying time, let's go with Kate's review. See what Kate's got to say here.
Day 17, we've got Streetside barrel-aged Robe. It's supposed to be red velvet donut, but we know I don't like these barrel-aged ones, so I don't know if it's going to sweeten the deal for me or not. 13.3%. And we got a cute hops is better than hate.
Oh, yeah, mine is.
Agreed. All right, here we go.
No assholes beyond this point. A classic barrel house staple.
Dark. Oh.
Oh.
Strong smelling. Oh, I don't know about this. Nope. It's got a lot going on. A lot of sugars, very syrupy, very not my jam. At first, when you taste it, it didn't seem like it was so bad because it was nice and cold. But then the taste kicks in and you're like, no. I don't think it's as bad as the other ones, maybe because of the red velvet cake. I'll give it a 1.
A 1. Wow.
Day seven.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect a 1. Let me throw that on the gonculator here. I did not expect a 1. I was just doing a little bit more research in the background and seeing if I could differentiate between the two ABVs I found listed. There's conflicting information on websites. Both of them are the barrel-aged variant. I'm going to go, again, in Gus I trust, but because I'm going to say on the nose it's definitely smells bigger than, like, it smells... alcohol is the most persistent thing for me on the nose, or it could be like a vanilla. I guess a vanilla has a little bit of that. While I ruminate on this, let's go check out the website review. There I was on Untapped. We'll get into that. You can find out more at streetsidebrewery.com. This is a brewery out of Cincinnati. And the one thing I want to say about Cincinnati, we often talk about Urban Artifact and Rheingeist and Mad Tree to a lesser extent. But we always forget about Streetside. And me, I'll put the figure at myself. They've been open since 2016. And they've done collabs. They've been very present in BCP advent calendars over the last 5 years. Even last year doing a collab beer that made its debut in the advent calendar for 2024. Let's go check out the About Us, our story. Idea was open a little tap room in the neighborhood and make some decent beer. And again, just world-renowned in a town packed to the gills with craft beer culture. That's accurate with them speaking about Cincinnati. No shortage of breweries ranging from micro to massive. That's no small feat. Lots happened in the ensuing 7 years. Early brewing experiments, Raspberry Beret and Demogorgon. And as I've said, the Barrel House has... I'll come back to this. The Barrel House has collaborated with Streetside, Better Matt DJs down at Streetside. Cincinnati, though, as a brewing culture, took a hit. One of the OGs of the, not like a Moorline or like a real, like a century old or an ancient lager house, lost a stalwart of the craft beer community in Listerman. Listerman was famous for their nutcase and their peanut butter infused beers. And it was crazy because they were very persistent in the local Southwest Ohio area as being present and producing solid beers. And it's unfortunate that they went down. So I just wanted to acknowledge Listerman and that hole in that craft beer community, especially in Cincinnati, that they left. So again, from all of us, thanks for joining Streetside in the journey upwards, over, pushing forward. The one thing, and why I went back to the website review, they had a beer advent calendar, and look at the value in that. We just missed it. The pre-order and the pickup was at the end of November, but 12 beers for $85. That's $7 a beer. And when they're putting out product like this, that's very craft, artisan beers that a lot of thoughts, a lot of layers go into. They have some gold, and again, candy sours, collabs, everything, just that's random. That's, again, a smart gimmick, a very nostalgic calendar box there. That would have been a very good deal. I don't know if I could personally do 2 advent calendars, but it's definitely an idea because, again, Streetside, I need to start mentioning them, especially when I'm talking about the Cincinnati craft beer scene, which I'm sure the other guys will definitely go into. All right, some of the thoughts going back to the websites. So I went and looked up barrel-aged Robe, 11.4%, but if I go to the Beer Advocate, it says 13.3. So maybe in previous years, because it's a little bit dated on, I don't see any 2025. So maybe they'd have different variants, if you will, which is perfectly fine. It'd be different if it said, hey, it's a non-alcoholic beer or whatever. What's 2% amongst friends? I'm just trying to be thorough for you, the Chuggalo. This beer is getting better as it comes up to 10. I concur with Kate. It's got that syrup quality, and she pointed out the clackers. That flavor is the back of the palate, and it congregates on the on the cheek meat, if you will, on the back where the hinge where the jaw, the lower jaw, and the upper jaw connect. This is quite good. At first, when I was looking at it, I was like, velvet donuts or whatever. To me, I know it's blasphemous for most of the community, and I'm going to be in the minority in this. A donut's a donut. There's very little variation across. My favorite, if I'm having, is like a blueberry cake donut. You know, the darker glazed. You could put a little bit of sugar on it. Used to love them too much. I'm just so much more of a salty individual. Like, every once in a while I might have one, but we have them often in the house or like with loved ones, families, and stuff like that. It's let the kids and everyone else have them. So this beer, it's finely crafted. There's obviously a lot of thoughts, a lot of layer. I get the chocolate, vanilla. Man, people say bourbon caramel. I guess I'm not that. When they say red velvet or red velvet donut, that's what I'm trying to picture and drinking. There's just an amalgamation of other flavors that I'm being influenced by looking at the description on multiple websites. This beer, man, I do love barrel-aged stouts and how they like just warm you up, whether it be glee that you're having something that's, you know, this scrumptious, this delicious. Score-wise, man, it's growing on me. Off the top rope, I am at, I'm at a 4 or 5. I think that this is a finely executed. The worst part of this beer is the nose. Absolutely the nose. It's just astringent booze. But once you get past that, like if I was just drinking straight out of the bottle, it's a little bit more contained and a little bit more, but like once it's opened up a little bit, just straight booze. This is a little bit more that pleasantry, that bakery, that, you know, decadence. We can't say decadence on the calendar, but a little bit more of that taste. But yeah, 4 or 5. I'm comfortable with 4 or 5. Tomorrow, where are we going? I'm going to forget because I forgot that it was going to be a stout. Have a cotillion, a Creek 100% lambic. So it's a 6% lambic. I love Creek. I have, but Cotillion is one of those sought-after S-tier breweries that around the world are identified as a desirable brewer. So that's going to be for for those individuals in the calendar that are after like those heavy hitters. Tomorrow's going to be a heavy hitter. But that's it for day 17. See you tomorrow for 18. Cheers.